Hi, welcome to Gathering Paradise with Jenny O'Neill. On this channel, we talk about poetry, music, anything that helps me gather a little paradise in the world. It's not always optimistic, but it's always giving hope. So it's not all Pollyanna poems, but they're poems that help you get through life and get you a little glimpse or shard of understanding, of feeling connection with someone who could possibly have been dead for hundreds of years, but you understand that feeling and now you can name it. This is a poem by Miller Williams called Compassion. I always teach this poem. I kind of teach it regardless of what level of class, 100 level, go on up, right? Even though it is very simple, but it's sort of deceptively simple, and it gives you to, I think it can lend a lot of self-revelation, but also great conversations among groups and classes that I teach. So I wanted to do a challenge with this poem. I have not looked at this in quite a long time. So I might not remember it, or I might fudge a bit, but I want to see exactly how close to dementia I am. I want to see if I remember it. Okay. Because I definitely remember stuff I don't want to. Like horrible things from law school and the jingles. This is great because I'm using Chandler's fancy technology that I even feel scared holding because his things are so nice and he treats them so well. But
good.
It's
the first one.
Yeah, I see it now. I got it all back by myself. So, I kind of cheated a little. Okay, so this is by Miller Williams. The poem is called Compassion. Have compassion for everyone you meet, even if they don't want it. What appears bad manners, arrogance, conceit is always a sign of things no ears have heard, no eyes have seen. You do not know what wars are going on down there where the spirit meets the bone. Okay, internet, I don't know if you can see, but I get chill bumps all the time. I really do. I get chill bumps if I get excited by something. I'm the easiest person to read. I will never play poker because if something thrills me or scares me, you can see it on my arms. Is that not a gorgeous poem? A gorgeous poem. I'm gonna read it and see if I got it correct. Ooh, I'm gonna bounce open my bra. Have compassion for me. I'm just a 42-year-old lady trying to look pretty but not be too sexy. It's a hard in the world. Oh, I only got one part off. I said arrogance, and it's supposed to be bad manners. I didn't say cynicism. That's a bigger difference. I don't know what I said. I said arrogance, something, conceit. Maybe I said bad manner. It's cynicism. And that gets to a whole different problem with people. So we're doing a re-record. So this is a good poem to have early on in the channel. It's called Compassion by Miller Williams. He's the father of outstanding musical performer Lucinda Williams. Compassion. Have compassion for everyone you meet, even if they don't want it. What seems conceit, bad manners, cynicism is always a sign of things no ears have heard, no eyes have seen. You do not know what wars are going on down there where the spirit meets the bone. that poem is so beautiful. You can tell me in the comments if you think it is too simple or too trite. It's easy to memorize. I don't actually think it's trite at all. I think if you actually ask yourself to have compassion for people who are behaving horribly, okay? They're arrogant, they're conceitful, they're so cynical that you come in with a good idea and they just piss on your parade. They make you feel crappy. How do you repair yourself, but how do you also not carry on a just endless scroll of grudges and wounds, right? I think compassion is what enables us to get even an iota closer to forgiveness. And I believe forgiveness to be very freeing. You have to choose to do it. It's not something that's forced, it's not something that's compulsory. But sometimes people are behaving horribly to everyone around them. Think about airports. Think about the men you have seen screaming at the woman behind the counter who does not control the planes. She's not in aircraft. What is the people who are like running?
Aircraft control.
Aircraft control. That is a job I will never do. You're welcome. We'd all die. That's terrifying. Anyway, she just works in the airport, dude. Like, she cannot do anything. She's not even a flight attendant. She can't give you peanuts. She can't give you pretzels. And I have seen I've been flying as an adult since I was 18 to New York City and back home to North Carolina. I have seen pre-9/11, pre-pandemic, usually a businessman, not always, hashtag not all men, don't at me, let forth a tsunami of rage onto a person who literally can do nothing. All they have is like, we're waiting to hear if the plane is fixed or whatever. Nothing that they are doing could help the person. And they are being used as a punching bag, verbally. And part of their job is that they have to pretty much be polite and take it. Unless it gets to a preposterously horrible extent, which I did see once, and security was called on a man. He didn't like threaten to hit her, but he was shouting so vociferously, so nonstop, that security did remove him. But my point is, this happens in traffic. This happens in the DMV. This happens at school. This happens at work. Sometimes people hurt your feelings and are slightly jerkish to you because they're just in their own space, right? They're in their own turmoil or agony. So it can be slight things, it can be huge things. But the point is, we can assume everything we want about another person. Do you think we got enough takes of me doing it?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it such a good poem?
Yeah.
I don't know if my exposition does it any justice, and I definitely want to cut where it's with the least of my craziness. I could do a deep dive on Lucinda Williams. Tell us in the comments if you would like us to do a deep dive on Lucinda Williams and her lyrics, because we do songs, we do poems, we do prose, we do everything here. Everything that's wonderful. Except dancing, because I'm injured. Anyway, I don't want to get on the wonderful things that we don't do. We do a lot of wonderful things here. Okay, we're gonna have to edit some of that down, even if we keep some of it. I know when my babbling is not charming. Sometimes. Like, I get to that point of awareness. Maybe not quite as quickly as others.